Hello everybody, welcome to Comedian MTG. I'm your host Ian. Today we have an insanely fast game of competitive EDH, to the point where it may be the fastest game ever recorded on camera. Now, I know back in the old days when Flash was legal in the format, there were such stories as turn 0 wins with like a Gemstone Cavern, Elvish Spirit Guide into Flash Hulk, and like that's totally insane, but that's not the kind of game I'm talking about today. This is literally a game where there was interaction by multiple players. Every single player got a turn, but the game ended on the second turn of the first player of the game, and it's insanely fast, and I'm very excited to let you watch this. Now on today's episode, one thing I'm going to challenge myself with, I will not speed up my dialogue whatsoever. So I'm going to be trying to narrate this incredibly fast game at an incredibly fast pace, and let's see what happened. Now the deck I'm bringing to the table today is called a Hermit, a Warrior, and a Werewolf Walk into a Bar. It is a hybrid combo deck. The partners are Cazur and Ukkima. They run the deck. Now the combos in the deck are usually Ukkima based, so you would expect it to be a food chain combo deck with having a consultation backup line. But in this variant of the deck, I also am playing Hermit Druid, so that I can have a chance to mill my entire library and reanimate Thrasios Oracle with something like a Dread Return. Let's take a look at today's pod. First up, it's me, and I'm on my Cazur Ukkima Hermit Druid list. Up after me is Histrion. He's on Brallin Shabraz Curiosity combo. After that, that's Looter Scooter from the Dockside Extortionist, and she is playing her Dirtle Control Thrasios Kraum deck. Last but not least, we have Garrett from Playing with Power, and he is on Marwyn the Nurturer, an Elves combo deck. Let's check out my opening hand. It's a Soul Ring, Mox Diamond, Green Sun Zenith, Mental Misstep, Plunge into Darkness, Breeding Pool, and Marsh Floods. This hand is absolutely insane, because I get to ramp out very fast, and then Green Sun Zenith for my combo piece, Hermit Druid. Now Garrett does a little hand dance to start us off and really get right into the action. I draw my card for turn, play a land, play a Mox Diamond, which I pitch a Marsh Flats for. I then play a Lotus Petal, which was my draw for turn, a Soul Ring, and then I pay 3, so I Green Sun Zenith for X equals 2.
Am I gonna lose turn 2 again? Like, oh my god.
Probably.
With that Green Sun Zenith, I go and grab a Hermit Druid, and then I pass the turn to Histrion, who just starts with a land. He then plays Mox Diamond, pitching a land, plays a Crow Mox, which he exiles Copy Artifact for. Plays a Mystic Remora. Everyone passes and sends it to Looter, who plays an Arid Menace and passes the turn. Garrett plays a Forest, then plays a Soul Ring, and decides not to pay for the Mystic Remora.
Feed the fish is what this says.
As Garrett goes past the turn, Histrion shows me a Swords of Plowshares, but I have the answer.
Misstep.
Misstep resolves when we go to my turn.
I cannot believe I'm losing to this garbage again.
I untap and go to my turn. So my draw for turn was actually Dread Return, which normally is like really bad for me, but here it actually ends up working out because I actually do have the mana to hard cast it, meaning I can mill my entire library with Hermit Druid, hard cast Dread Return, and then if it doesn't resolve, I can just cast it again out of my library with the creatures I'm gonna get from milling my library. Alright, let's get this thing over with. I mill my entire library with Hermit Druid, which triggers my Narcomoeba, putting it right onto the battlefield. I then use the Unearth ability off my Fate Stitcher to put it right on the battlefield, and because it has haste, I untap my Mox Diamond. I then go to cast my Dread Return out of my hand. My target is Thrasios Oracle with this Dread Return. It triggers the fish, Histrion draws nothing. Looter Scooter casts a Force of Will, countering the spell, not paying for fish. I then use the flashback ability on Dread Return, sacrificing all creatures on my board to once again target Thrasios Oracle with a Dread Return. Histrion draws a card, has nothing, and I win the game. Thank you for joining us here on Comedian MTG. Really hope you liked the gameplay this week. If you want to support the channel, you can always find us here on Patreon. And please remember, while you're here on YouTube, you can like and subscribe, and it will really help the channel a lot. Thank you so much for joining us, and I hope you have an amazing week.